In Gauteng, 15 suspects are appearing in connection with a 1.9 million rand SAPS PPE corruption case. The suspects include current and former police officials and those connected to suppliers. It is alleged they unlawfully benefited a third-party supplier of latex gloves for the SAPS nationally, and this is said to have happened in April 2020. Officials uncovered numerous contracts awarded in return for kickbacks allegedly paid to senior SAPS officials. Well, let me take you to eNCA senior reporter Aviwe Mtila, who is at the Palm Ridge court and joins us now for an update. I was a bit confused there, Aviwe, in terms of where we stand when the 15 were in the dock a short while ago. Some of them face charges categorized as Schedule 5 charges, others are Category 6. But for those who are on Category 5, which speaks to the seriousness of the cases, the case that they face, we heard that the state is not opposing bail, which, usually we're told the onus is on the accused to show us that it's in the interests of justice for them to be released on bail. Perhaps you have better details of what is at stake in as far as the bail application is concerned.
Well, some of those nitty-gritties, Bratulas, will be painted out here after this short postponement in order to get the legal teams of the 15 accused ready. We do understand 15 just stood there moments ago and the magistrate postponing it in order to hear then the official bail applications. Those three accused number 2, 14 and 15, Schedule 5 offences, but the state not opposing bail for them. So the court, when it's in session just now, will start with those applications. We do understand in the proceedings that we've seen in the course of the morning that only accused number 9 and 15 are ready with their legal representation, hence the postponement now. And then after this short postponement, we'll get the nitty-gritties around while the state is actually not opposing the bail application of accused 2, 14 and 15. In fact, let me catch up with the NPA spokesperson, the investigating directorate spokesperson, Cindy Siwe-Smoka. Thank you for joining us once more at eNCA, but why not oppose accused number 2, 14 and 15 that face Schedule 5 offences?
Like you rightly cited, they are facing Schedule 5 offences, but the reason we're opposing bail for the others is because it's Schedule 6 offences, because we are alleging before court today that they committed offences while out on bail in other cases. However, accused 2, 14 and 15 did not. Essentially also when looking at the requirements for the opposition of bail, we also saw that they're not a flight risk. We know their whereabouts, so there is no reason for us to oppose bail for those accused.
Okay, maybe just to get also a better understanding, isn't the onus on them then to prove those facts before the magistrate?
But we must also realize that bail is not punitive, so you do not just willy-nilly decide to oppose bail. You need to have valid reasons as to why there needs or there's an inclination that they might either flee or they might not be able to provide us with the valid passports or addresses, or if we then see as a state that there's significant reasons that they might actually tamper with the evidence. None of those, in our perspective, are going to be violated. However, we are only going to oppose bail for the others, however, not for the three that number 2, 14 and 15 after the court resumes.
Okay, I was going through the charge sheet, I think some 38 pages of it, that talks to numerous transactions made in acquiring these latex gloves, I do understand. But maybe explain in simpler terms, Cindy, as to exactly what they charged for. What were they doing?
Essentially, it's a number of transactions, like a number of instances, like you've mentioned, but the main one is the acquisition of the over, I think, about 1 million latex gloves, PPE, in the period of April 2020 from SAPS. What we're basically saying is that there was a form of a collusion that took place between those still in SAPS, and as well as the former police officers, as well as the service provider, to basically, or supplier rather, to get to the contract. We also saw that there was misrepresentations made in terms of the the BBBEE status of that particular company. We are alluding to, or telling court rather, that we believe that there was some form of affronting taking place in order for this particular supplier to get it. Further on, we're also telling court that there was not a fulfillment of the requirements of the contract, the supplying. We also saw that initially not the full amount, not the full required gloves were supplied to SAPS. So basically we're saying that there's a group of people working in different aspects within SAPS as well as an outside supplier who colluded in order to get the contract, and then particular kickbacks were facilitated either for in a separate matter, particularly to get the legal services of some of the accused paid. So basically that's what we're saying, that it's a similar group that keeps working together in order to get contracts from SAPS.
Okay, short postponement now. We're expecting the bail applications to take place, I think, after an hour. Are we most likely going to get through all these bail applications today? It's
a significant amount of people actually in the dock today. So we are hoping that if time permits, we'll be able to wrap up. But looking at the number of people, we might not. It might have to be moved to another date in order to continue with the bail hearing. But for the three that we've mentioned that we're not opposing, immediately when we resume in a few minutes, we know for sure that it'll likely be postponed.
Okay, thank you very much, Sindisiwe Siboka from the Investigating Director. Just painting out a picture of why we at the Palm Ridge Specialized Commercial Crimes Court here, 15 accused, 8 of them from the South African Police Service, former and current members of the SAPS, and we do understand also one of the clerks at the South African Police Service, with also the suppliers and just people around those suppliers that form part of the 15 here. We're expecting, after this short postponement, to be back at the dock, but focusing on those bail applications of accused number 2, 14 and 15, which the state here is not opposing, since it's a Schedule 5 offence, and the state saying that they know their whereabouts, no flight risk, and basically they're counting on them to be back in court here.
All right, thank you for that. That's eNCA's Aviwe Mtila out at the court in Palm Ridge there.